Mom tries to kick me out of Dad's house, kicks herself out instead. M, my mom. O, me, I'm 18. T and T, two small brothers. Capital T is 13 and lower T is 6. So some backstory. Mom basically expects us to act like her servants while she does the bare minimum of being a mother and has a long history of abuse. Her and Dad have divorced now since she wanted to be free. She is also a failure by all accounts and chain-smoking housewife with no skills or friends, or anyone who loves her for that matter. She is kept around because little bro gets really sad without her, so even though she is bad for him too, my dad can't quite tell her to F off. Keep this in mind. So me and my dad go out for some breakfast shopping. I come home. Mom asks me to get her some cheese because she likes cheese. I oblige. After about an hour she decides to get out of bed. Yelling commences immediately. Apparently Big Bro didn't hear her request to make the tea. So of course, since she is my mom and angry, she gets to treat me like crap when I literally did nothing bad, and Big Bro over simple issue. And I get yelled at to fix all the beds in the house and berated for how unsuccessful I am for having taken a gap year and just how retarded I am, etc. I knowingly didn't do the best job of fixing the beds because after 18 years of serving this spoiled fool, I don't want to keep doing it as she calls us spoiled. She gets even more mad. Calls us to the kitchen, we go. She instantly starts doing more straight up unfair insulting as we say nothing out of respect and instilled fear because when we were small any rebellion would get you slapped. I decided to turn around and leave the room. She grabs me in the corridor and tells me to get a flip off her house. Dad owns it and she has no right since they are divorced. I tell her it's my house as much as it's hers and she can't kick me out. She repeats. I dare her to flippin' try something. She only says, "Okay, I'm leaving then," and is dumbfounded when I don't beg her to stay and abuse me and my brothers more. So I decide to take a shower and let this all blow over. No need to explode on her and cause her to have a breakdown or try to hit me. Fool flippin' comes in halfway through my shower and yells at me to leave. I tell her okay and to wait for me outside the shower. I get out, she is still demanding I leave. I snap. I state that I don't want her to be a nice caring mom. I want her to back off on her unrealistic expectations and insulting, aka show respect. She openly says she won't respect us, so I rip into her for being the crap ma'am and massive selfish failure she is. She proceeds to threaten to call the cops and I dare her to flippin' do it. Dad somehow gets wind of this, comes in the house, tries to get us to talk it out. Mom tries to basically get him to support her and have me kicked out. It backfires as my dad has finally stopped helping act like a spoiled child. She gets up and leaves. After 18 years I finally made a stand for myself and my brothers and it ended up unexpectedly well. All my kicks. She genuinely thought and still thinks that we couldn't manage without her, and I tried to prove her point and failed flipping miserably. It was the most nice and peaceful day we had in weeks, LMAO. Of course, being the strong, independent woman she is, she didn't even last a day outside. Ironic considering she was yelling at me over how she could do fine outside but my butt would starve. Her crap storm only continued, but that's for part 2 if this gets enough attention. Thanks for reading. My so-called mother responded after she let her husband, my stepdad, kick me out at 17. Hey, hello again Reddit, it's Nightfell Night here with another story of this bullcrap entitlement with my egg donor and her abusive terms of service husband. Piece of shit husband. So, as the title says, the entitlement happened around 4 years ago, and I'll admit, thinking about this incident still makes my blood boil. I'm a girl. So I'll set the scene. I just got home from an early day off of my job on Sunday. It's very late in the day, about to be dark soon. Just so you know, I hate being alone outside in the dark. If I'm not with someone else, my imagination runs wild, and I start having small irrational panic attacks. I'm extremely tired after a long day of work and I have a make it or break it test in the school the next day. My 2 younger brothers apparently made dinner for the family besides me, cause flip me I guess. As evidenced by the sheer destruction of the kitchen. All like roughly 5 to 8 counters are buried under what looks like every single dish we have. The trash was near to overflowing. The floor was disgusting. You get it. Not a one-woman job. And certainly not for a high schooler stressed out and near dead asleep already. So I change into a tank top and basketball shorts and crawl into bed when I hear the egg donor call my name. I groan and crawl back out and walk into the living room to see what she wants. Another just so you know. She didn't work. Only abusive butthole and I worked. Me. You called? Egg donor.
Yes! Clean the kitchen! Your brothers made dinner for the family, so it's only fair that you clean it.
Me. Could they at least help? I had a long stressful day at work and I'm dead tired. Not to mention I have a big test tomorrow. And if I try to clean that mess by myself, I'll be at it all night. Abusive butthole of a father.
Don't you talk back to your mother, Nightfell Knight. Do as you're told and get it done.
Me. But Dad, it's not fair that I have to clean the huge mess by myself when I didn't even get any of the food. Not to mention Alex and Logan don't even work and I do. Why do I have to clean their mess? Please, I just want to sleep. I'm not kidding about how stressful work was today.
I said don't talk back. What would you know about stress, huh? What, you think your little car hop job is a real job? You're just a child. What the flip do you know about the real world? Shut the flip up and go do as you were told.
I snapped for the first time. You're right, Mark. What a flip could I possibly know? Flip you.
Get the flip out of my house, you disrespectful brat. You don't get to talk to me like that.
He quite literally threw me out. Didn't even let me put on shoes or less revealing clothes. So there I was, sun about to set soon, kicked out in a tank top and basketball shorts. Only one logical thing to do. I started walking the 2.5 mile distance barefoot on crappy country gravel roads to my boyfriend's. It got dark halfway and I got scared when people's dogs would run up to me. Most of them were nice doggies, but I didn't know that at the time. 3/4 of the journey done, I'm limping when an old lady spots me and asks me if I need anything. I just ask if she has like any spare trash socks, as anything on my foot would be blessing. She gives me the softest, squishiest flip-flops I have ever felt, and I near start crying. My feet still hurt to be on, but now my journey will finish so much faster. I'll make it to boyfriend's in about another 10 to 15 minutes. He's not home, bummer. Walk to friend's house right next to boyfriend's. Explain what happened and ask to borrow her phone to text egg donor and ask if I can have my school and work stuff. All she had to say to me was this. Me. Hey mom, can I come by real quick to get my school and work things? I kinda can't go to school or work dressed as I am. Mom.
You know, you really hurt your father's feelings. You can't just waltz in whenever you want and take what we've bought you. He's entitled to an apology before you get any of your things back, including your phone or school things like your laptop.
I was livid and broken. Really? Your 40+ husband feelings being hurt by being cursed at by a 17-year-old is what you're concerned about? Not the fact that your freaking teenage busty scantily dressed daughter just walked 2.5 miles alone at night? You may have never ever seen me again and that's your concern? By the way, I bought my phone. It's under my name and I paid the bill and a good portion of the things I had in my room fell into the same category. I bought most of it myself with money I earned by working. And that laptop was the school's. I also was forced to pay for that out with my freaking B-Day money, because
it's not our responsibility to pay the school to give you the supplies you need to learn.
It was a school loan computer with a 30 feet that was for if anything went wrong for your Chromebook. Anyways, yeah, that's the story of the first time as a teenager I got kicked out. Do you have any receipt for your things that you bought? I don't know how it's in Texas, but where I live I can shoot them if they refuse to give me what's mine by law. Good old American's way of solving things. Well, at the time I wasn't thinking about things like receipts. I just wanted my things and was on cloud 9 about being free, even if it only lasted a few days that time. Damn, well that's BS. Yeah, the first time when I was in like 1st, 2nd grade, Egg Donner was spanking me when she let the belt slip and mark my back from the nape of my neck to my butt. It was a big old purple and black welt. To this day though, I can't remember for the life of me how the teacher who reported it saw it. No flipping way. Okay, I really wanna strangle those sons of a bitch right now, cause they are psychopaths. If they think they are doing the right thing, then they really need to go to a place to make them think right. Sad thing is they don't think what they do is wrong. It's disciplining our kids to them. Once I got 64 freaking 64 spankings in a row in one night in the 6th grade because I had 8 missing assignments in maths. I hate math. Butthole Dad asked me how many I wanted. I said 8, thinking 1 per assignment was fair, especially with how hard he swings. Nope, he made it 8 per assignment. Listen, there's no fair. He can't beat you in a fair way. Beating is not fair. Anybody up to make a revenge plan for her? You are way too sweet. I'm touched to the point I'm genuinely near tears right now. Alright people, if they make a nuclear revenge, I'ma post that story too. Video on the screen tells the story.
How dare you not like my daughter? Go on a date with her right now!
Seasons they will change, life will make you grow, dreams will make you cry, cry, cry. Everything is temporary, everything will slide, love will never die, die.